The answer to the ultimate question of which episode this is 42. Hello and welcome to the Fear of Anything podcast. My name is Ford, and with me we have Devon and Paps. Devon, do you have your towel ready for an adventure? No?
I know where it is, though.
Good. You should always know where your towel is.
Exactly.
Yeah, you've always got to know where that is. I thought you might go with the opening, something from the Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers?
We're getting the band back together again.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Because Devon's back.
Hello. Did you miss me?
After his foray off into wherever land.
Yeah.
I don't know, for whatever reason,
Yeah.
I can't.
Who would say?
You've got to make a bit of a thing of Devon being back.
Devon, where you been?
I've just been around,
That's
bits and pieces.
Paps.
He's downplaying it, isn't he? Downplaying one of the most wonderful moments of his life.
Paps, have you been practicing your Vogon poetry?
Oh, I do try and practice my Vogon poetry. I might be given a chance to do some later, mightn't I?
Oh, very good.
I didn't even think about doing that on episode
Forgot you
42.
did, yeah.
Anyway, Devon's got to say a bit more about what's happened to him recently.
Yeah,
Come
well,
on,
I
Devon.
wasn't here last
Tell us.
episode because I was a bit busy. We had a baby on a certain date, so that meant I couldn't be here. So that's all that into it. So.
And tell us how are things now? How are things? Because it wasn't all plain sailing. We go into detail. There's a few hiccups, shall we say?
Yeah.
But just give us an update, if you like, of how things are.
But yeah, we had some issues to start off with, and it was quite upsetting and quite hard to get through, I suppose.
Yeah.
But we're finally out of the hospital, and we're quite settled into home, and everyone's happy, and everything's good, and yeah, it's great. Got the dog back as well. That was a couple of days ago.
Oh yeah. How's dog reacted to?
He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Oh
at all.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So it's like
Give a little sniff, and I wonder what No.
yeah,
what's-
that's about it.
Oh, good. Well, you got to make sure you include dog in the process. It's like
Of
having a yeah.
We've all seen Lady and the Tramp. It can go very wrong if you're not careful.
Oh yeah, I've forgotten about that. There is precedent for it, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Or what's that baby? Boss Baby.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I refuse to see that.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah, I thought it was horrible.
But you haven't seen it.
I know. It doesn't stop me having a very strong opinion.
Okay.
though.
That's fair enough.
It's good to see you sticking to your principles. I like it.
I didn't like the posters. That's all.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, that's good news. Good news. We're really delighted for you and your wife, Rebecca.
Someone has something to bring. Bring it.
Even though I wasn't here for last episode, I did listen to it, and it was quite good. But
Probably
I've got
the
a
only-
pick up from last episode.
Probably the only time you do listen to it, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, when I'm not in it. Exactly.
And did you hit subscribe and like and
Yeah, of course.
leave a review?
Of course. But you're talking about your technology in your house not going so well, and like sometimes the
I
lights
did.
don't turn on at the
Yeah.
right time or whatever.
Oh yeah, I had a bit of a whinge, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. And I was thinking, you were saying how technology is just trash sometimes, and
Mhm.
unreliable. The thing is, usually in like a closed single circuit, the technology is very, very reliable, and you can it does exactly what you want it to do. But when you have more processors and more circuits and everything going on, then there's got some issues. But then when you make wireless connection as well, then you can get packet loss.
Yeah, the IoT, is that what you're talking about?
IoT.
IoT, the Internet of Things.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. So the internet is very unreliable as is, but then when you try and do it over Wi-Fi wirelessly, then you can get loads of packet loss, you can get loads of trash as well. So even if you had it plugged in through Wi-Fi or through Ethernet, then it's still not very reliable. But you're probably having a lot of issues because sometimes what's telling your lights to turn off sends it, but then there's a certain packet loss at that time that the packets don't reach the receiver. And
It's quite a funny scenario going on with your Wi-Fi, isn't there? That it keeps reconnecting to one across the road. Isn't that right?
Oh, mine, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yes, that's true. But it's a lot of detail to go into. But yeah, there is that. I do have legally. I'm not just skipping off somebody else's Wi-Fi. I do legally have. We provide the internet for our neighbours because they're tenants of ours. Yes. So okay, and that's a long story because it's an elderly people's sort of scenario where the people who live there are tenants, and my wife cares for them professionally. I knew if you went down this avenue, it'd take a long time to about it. So because I've got their Wi-Fi, for some reason in the past, maybe mine went down one day. Oh, look, I can connect to theirs. Theirs is called Post Office, and ours is called Vodafone. And sometimes I go onto my Mac, and for absolutely no apparent reason whatsoever, my computer's running really slow. And I think, oh, what's going on with my internet? Look, and it's connected to the blooming one across the road.
Yeah.
What did it do that for? It's not the strongest signal. Why did it connect to the... I mean, there's a whole list. Yeah. There's a whole list of Wi-Fis that are around the area, but of course all the others, except for the post office one across the road, is
you just need
locked.
to go onto your computer or your iPad or whatever it is, and then click on forget this Wi-Fi, and it will never connect to it ever again because it has to ask password.
Forget it. Sounds too hard. Yeah,
yeah, but there's lots of different types of lag with internet. And the one that it seems to be with not receiving information is packet loss.
I'll blame it on packets. Yeah.
Yeah, the packets just don't arrive.
Sweets or packet of peas or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Packets. Blame the packets. Yeah. Packet of crisps.
Anyway, let's move on to our anything news feed.
Anything news feed.
So, what have you guys been watching recently?
Oh well, we're not doing watching, are we? But you want to. I just been getting quite engrossed in one thing I'll mention, and then you can get on to the main thing you wanted to bring to newsfeed. We watched first 4 seasons of Homeland. I don't know if you've ever seen Homeland, have you? Have you?
I've seen little bits of it. I haven't actually committed.
That's great. It's really good.
Yeah, I heard it's good.
For some reason on my wish list there was we'd got to season 4. I wanted season 5, 6, 7, and 8. I think I put them all on my wish list, and we got season 6 bought for us very kindly. That meant we hadn't seen season 5, so I couldn't really watch season 6, could I? But then we know that they're all available on Netflix, so that's good. You can still get them on Netflix.
Yes.
We binge watched over last weekend. 3 days it took us to watch 12 episodes of season 5, and it was a real nail-biting stuff. Very, very good. One of the best, much better than season 4. And now we're about a third of the way through season 6, which I've got on Blu-ray, so that's good.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's great. It reminds me a lot. I try to tell my wife she likes that. She'll love 24.
Yeah, 24 is good if you've got the stomach for it.
Yeah,
not much gruesome happens in 24. It's just the threat of terror, isn't it?
Yeah.
Terrorism.
Yes.
Because all the bad things that happen in 24 is because he doesn't have a choice.
No, yeah, he never has a choice.
You got to do it in the voice. We don't have a choice.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, that's me done.
Very good.
Say forward.
No, I just wanted to mention, because it's pretty groundbreaking in my opinion, that the late film came out the 18th anyway of March. The Justice League, they re-released it with the Snyder Cut. Did I say that right, Devon?
No.
Jack Snyder.
Zack Snyder's
Zack,
Justice
not
League.
Jack.
That's what it's called.
Zack. Yeah, I was still thinking of 24.
Jack Bauer's Snyder Cut.
Jack Bauer's Snyder Cut. Yeah.
No, that's not.
Sorry. Start again. You carry on.
Anyway, the reason it's quite unprecedented, in my opinion, is what we've had director's cuts of films before, and that's all been well and good. But this one, this is 4-year-old film. They gave Zack Snyder 200 million extra budget to basically prolong this film and make it better, essentially. And I thought it was pretty interesting. It's like 4 hours long as well.
Hang on. So this film originally came out when?
4 years ago. Whatever that was.
2017, yeah?
Okay, good.
And it was trash.
widely trounced, wasn't it?
It was indeed, yes.
Even would you say yourself as this genre of film fan?
I would say I don't think it's good, but I did enjoy it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Fair enough. I can see that can happen. Yeah. So it was made in 2017 and it was released for a length, let's say 2 hours, whatever it might have been. Yeah. 2.5 hour long.
Normal film length.
Yeah. And now they've released this what they're calling director's cut for 4 hours. You've already said that, haven't you? 4 hours long. Yeah. Have they gone and shot another hour and a half or 2 hours of material? This isn't stuff that was originally on the cutting room floor. It's stuff that they've gone out and made.
I'm under the impression about half of the new stuff was old stuff,
Right.
and half of the new stuff is reshot, so it's brand new.
So why did it cost $200 million?
To reshoot and maybe re-edit, touch up the unfinished stuff from the deleted
that's
scenes.
like a bigger budget than like doing a whole film from scratch. A lot of good films.
Well, not this film, but yeah, a lot of. You could have got a new film
could,
like that. Yeah.
Oh, gosh, yeah. You could make 4 films for some budgets, couldn't you? Right. And if you haven't seen it yet, I suppose.
Yes, I've seen half of it. It's quite long.
2 sittings. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm liking it so far. It's a lot better, I think. Yeah.
Well, I'd heard that. Carry on.
But the whole reason this has come about is because for years now, like 4 years, people have been saying release the Snyder Cut because there was a lot of drama during the shooting because they had to swap directors. Essentially, this isn't just because the director's got an ego; it's because there was drama. It's good stuff.
Family issue for Zack Snyder.
Yeah, that's right. And then they brought in a different director, and everyone blames that director for messing it up. Essentially. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, sort of.
Who was it that messed it up?
I thought it was J.J. Abrams, but it isn't. I know it isn't. Who's the other director? There's only 2 directors usually. I don't know. Look it up. That's what I say.
Thanks.
But the few reviews I've heard of for the new cut.
Joss Whedon.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The few reviews I have heard have not been very positive. They say it's less rubbish, but still pretty poor.
Really? Okay.
Takes longer to get.
I've avoided reviews because I wanna finish it and then listen.
I think because the original concept of probably what he wanted to do did want 4 hours in length, he'd cut so much out or didn't film, by the sounds of it, so much. The original was just made no sense, apparently. Not that I know this, I'm just regurgitating other things I've heard about it. But now at least some of the stuff that needed to be there is there, but it's still
not a great film.
No.
It's probably an alright superhero film, because superhero films aren't usually very good in terms of like good cinematography and good like filmmaking.
Steady on.
They don't tend to feature high on the Oscar list, which I could have talked about.
Exactly, that's true. Yeah. And that's because they're trash.
Or you could say that the Academy is prejudiced against superhero films.
I would say that,
yes.
That's
the case.
I just thought it was unprecedented because it was something that happened in big film, 200 million, and it was all because fans have sort of whinged
it came
about
from the fans. That's right.
Yeah.
That's the interesting thing to me is that they bowed to fan pressure, really.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Like when they changed the way that Sonic looked.
Yeah. They released a trailer for Sonic, the new film, and it looked all weird and realistic, kind of, and
the fans kicked off.
Yeah. And then they changed the look. Anyway, shall we move on?
Devon's chosen subject.
Hello. So as we talked about at the beginning of this episode, this is episode number 42. Yeah. And that wasn't just a throwaway comment. It's quite important, actually, to our entire atmosphere that we have in this podcast,
To life, the universe, and everything.
Exactly. 42 is quite important, okay? So we've got to do something about it. And for those who don't really understand what we're talking about, in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, 42 is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. So that's why we're talking about it, basically.
Which makes complete sense.
Yeah.
It does. Because the bigger question is, we know the answer. What's the question? That was the problem, wasn't it? Yeah.
And you can't know both the answer and the question in the same universe, or else it gets exploded and replaced with something even more bizarrely inexplicable.
That's right.
Yeah, good point.
Well done.
Have you guys...
And some say that's already happened.
Exactly, yeah.
Hitchhikers fans will be loving this, but everybody else has already switched off.
Well, sometimes we've got to just, fan out about something a little bit specific, because that's what we're about, isn't it? So when did you guys last consume some Hitchhikers Guides to the Galaxy? I
think maybe 2 months ago, I went on a bit of a binge and listened to all the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy books, or audio books.
Oh wow!
not
Yes.
radios.
No, not the radio series. Yeah.
That is interesting to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually. Who's reading them? Is it Stephen Fry?
No, it was the man himself.
Oh, Douglas.
wow.
By Douglas himself. Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me of the name. Yes.
The man himself. The big man himself.
God. No.
He did have a lot to say about God, though, didn't he?
Yeah,
So
he was
even
a bit
as
of-
Christians, this is where our Christian faith permeates again. He did have a lot. He was not a big fan of any religion, really, as a writer. But I liked some of the jokes he made about faith. Actually,
yeah.
They were quite fun.
It's all light-hearted, isn't it? So
It was, yeah.
So perhaps better. What about you?
Well, I can't remember the last time I consumed it. I know we reviewed the film, didn't we, not so long ago?
Yeah.
Have I listened to any Hitchhikers recently?
It's just a film on you, then.
I suppose you could say I've been practicing my Vogon poetry, so maybe I do that every day. So, yeah. Would you like me to try? Make a...
go for it.
Okay. And what do you call it when you're going to... A recital. That's right. Would you like me to recite some Vogon poetry for you?
Definitely.
I hope it's not too painful.
Yeah.
You can survive this. O feddled grunt Budley, thy mictuations are to me a plurgle gabbled blotchets on a lurgid bee. Group, I implore thee, my foonting turling dromes, and hooptushly drangle me with crinkly bindlewordles, or I will rend thee in the gobbleworts with my blurgle cruncheon. See if I don't.
Wow.
Wow.
Devon, how does it feel to have a how does it feel to have a cool dad?
I mean, it was quite painful. So I can understand.
Yeah.
Very good.
Did it feel like your intestine was crawling up your esophagus to try and strangle your brain? Yeah.
Very good. So many references.
How were we packing in all these references? Yeah. Okay. So that's it.
Before I jump into the main part of this segment, I suppose, I just wanted to say as well that not too long ago, on the 11th of March, some of you may remember that was Douglas Adams' birthday.
Yeah.
So that wasn't too long ago, and that's why it was kind of in my head as well. And so it's quite cool that we're doing this. It's
quite timely.
It's not exactly on. That would have been perfect, but still not too far.
Before you get into your main bit, I'll just give a little bit of family history about Hitchhikers, shall I? Because there is a significant connection with our family, isn't there? Obviously, with the one of our hosts tonight. Today, rather. Yeah.
Paps.
Well, I first listened to. I was, I think, in the third year at school, so whatever that is now in terms of my third year of secondary school, and I happened to see an advert for a BBC Two TV show that was going to be shown. So that would be early 80s anyway. Yeah, 81, 82, something like that. And this was the first showing of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy on TV, and it was on every Friday night for 6 weeks. And I couldn't get enough of it. I even set my camera tripod up with a camera in front of the television, because we didn't have a video recorder then.
Oh yeah.
And took still photographs of the television. Yeah. so I could immerse myself in it when it wasn't on telly. We couldn't record it. I mean, video recorders did exist at that time, but we just didn't have one. So it was my attempt of capturing it, And I just I've forgotten all about that actually. But yeah, that's how deep I was. And myself and a friend at school who was also equally as mad, decided that we were going to make sure in our bags, even when we wasn't at PE day, we'd always have a towel, so that if anything went wrong, like an alien invasion or something, or like the world was going to be destroyed, we knew where our towel was. Wow. So we genuinely did that. Me and him. Yeah, I've forgotten his name now. Anyway, we had our towels with us all the time. So that's way back history where I first came to Hitchhikers. Then I think it just kind of happened for you, didn't it? Well, it first happened for Ford when he was born, because obviously, clearly, his name came from, inspired by the whole genre of Hitchhikers. Yeah,
not by cars.
Well, we couldn't decide whether to call him Slarty Bartfast or Ford, and Arthur seemed a little bit too plain. So Arthur actually now would be a popular name, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But, how old are you now, Ford?
28. Thank you. 28. I know how old I am.
28 years ago, Arthur probably wouldn't have been a trendy name to have. But
right.
now, I think babies being born now probably would.
It's coming back into fashion, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, isn't there a royal Arthur now? Isn't there? One of the royals has had an
Yes.
Arthur baby. Yeah, of course there is. Yeah. So it was a choice. We wouldn't really have called you Slarty Bartfast. Don't worry.
Good, thank you.
Zaphod might have been quite good, wasn't it?
right.
Or we decided that Ford was fairly nicely inconspicuous.
Having lived most of my life with it, no, it's not. It's very conspicuous.
So there we are. That's the family link. But you've just both grown up with it, haven't you? And my love of it's kind of permeated over onto your lives.
Yeah.
And actually now I'd say probably, as we're about to find out, you guys probably know more about Hitchhikers than I do. Yeah.
Guess we'll see, I suppose.
Yeah. How are we going to find that out then, Devon?
So I have a quiz.
Oh.
Yeah, so
How embarrassing. I remember how badly I did on the last two quizzes we've had on the show.
there's a few different difficulty levels, but even some on the easy ones are a little bit difficult.
Okay.
Not really difficult, but unless you've watched or listened to it a fair few times, which we all have, then you wouldn't really get it. But yeah, I guess we'll go for
Is this going to be one of those obnoxious quizzes where it says the impossible Hitchhikers quiz or 99% of fans will fail?
Exactly, yeah.
Good.
So I think we're going to start off a little bit easier,
Yeah.
and then get a little bit harder. I don't know how long it's going to take. I guess we'll just stop whenever.
Okay.
And I'll try and keep count as well.
Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent. So quite an easy one. I think all of us are going to get this one, he says just before I say it. By the way, I can also contribute because I haven't read the answers yet, because this isn't my quiz that I made. I'm using someone else's good quiz. Easy.
Good.
So the question is, the starship Heart of Gold is powered by what fantastic device?
How are we going to do this then?
The heart of gold.
The heart of the heart of gold.
I was thinking that we all come up with an answer and just be truthful and try and say it similar times, rather than one person being asked a different question than the other person.
Yeah, I think we probably all knew that it would be the heart of gold, wouldn't it? But can we remember what?
No. No.
Sorry, it wasn't. Oh, the infinite improbability drive. Yes.
You're not supposed to say it yet, but yes. That's...
Oh. Sorry. Can I just ask a question now? Because that's a great question. The infinite improbability drive is connected to the bales from the cricket.
Cricket was, the key.
Yeah, isn't it? Can you remind us how? Or do you want to not do that? Because it might be a question in a minute.
If Ford remembers, I don't know.
It's one of the pieces of the key to unlock the planet cricket. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, that's right. So now they come after the Heart of Gold to take it out, don't they?
Yeah, that's right.
The bale, which is the top piece of the cricket stumps, the little bits that sit on top of the stumps, was stolen from the Lord's cricket ground to be part of the production of the infinite improbability drive. No, okay.
Cool.
Well, okay, I was wrong then. Sorry, but yeah.
I mean, you've still got the infinite improbability drive, which is the answer to the question. So,
yeah, I know. But
yeah,
my remembrance of the significance of the cricket bale is in
the ashes were part of the key. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, in the little urn. Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go for the one.
Did they make? Oh, they're not part of the key for the planet cricket. They're part of the key for nothing to do with the infinite improbability drive.
The infinite improbability drive, Heart of Gold, was one part of the key, and the cricket thing was another part of the key.
Of course it was, yeah. Because the infinite improbability drive is manufactured by a nice hot cup of tea, isn't it?
It gets complicated and dumb, so probably.
I'll shut up now. Let's get back to the quiz.
Okay. Another easy one. What was Trillion's full name?
I would say Tricia McMillan.
I'd agree with that.
I would agree with that as well.
Well done.
That's correct.
Nailed it.
Full point.
And then when she goes to space, she changes her name to Trillion, so it sounds more spacey.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
After its revision by Ford Prefect, what was Earth described as being in the guide? So I believe he changed it to mostly harmless.
What was it previously?
It was quite long and quite thought out, wasn't it?
Oh,
No.
no. So originally it was just harmless.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
then-
right.
Sport Prefect did a massive long review, but they only chose the mostly harmless.
Yeah.
To put it in. They had to cut it down.
Yeah. Had to trim it a bit.
Yeah.
What's it say now? Mostly harmless. Them's the quotes, folks. Yeah, okay.
Marvin had a chronic pain located where?
Shall I go first?
I'm ready.
Yeah. In one of his ankles, but I can't remember which. Was it his left ankle?
I thought it was.
Oh no, he had a mouse living in his ankle.
Yeah, I thought it was one of his shoulders or something.
I know. All I know is it's in all the diodes down my left side.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Ford got it right.
Yeah, that's right.
Ford
But
takes
there's
the lead.
something living in his ankle, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot of things wrong with him.
Yeah.
I thought there's something about a mouse having died in his something horrible. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, all the diodes down my left side. You're right. Yeah. So I won't get a point for that then. But you two both knew it, did you?
I didn't get it either. That's his own to his shoulder.
Okay.
Ford's ahead.
Yes.
He is.
Reading all his books helped.
Yeah. Okay, so we're stepping it up a notch now in difficulty. So another question. Drinking what is like having your brain smashed in by a slice of lemon wrapped around a large gold brick?
You'll know this.
A pan-galactic gargle blaster.
Yep.
Yeah. I definitely got that one right. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next question. Hitchhiker's Guide first appeared in what medium? So I don't know if it's talking about the actual guide or Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the story. So if it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the story, then it's in book form, right?
Well, he wrote a book, didn't he? Yes.
I
But,
was feeling its radio series.
but its radio was where it was first publicly released. But I don't know if book came out. The radio series based on the book.
Yeah.
He wrote a book while he was on holiday in France, hitchhiking across France, and he looked up at the stars and wondered what would it be like to hitchhike the stars. So he must have written a book. I don't think he wrote a radio play, and then they based the radio play on the book.
Off his book.
I think, but I'm not sure.
Because
I'm
the
gonna go radio.
Hitchhiker's Guide in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy does actually appear in different mediums as well. Because it's obviously a book, but then it's a bird, isn't it?
A what?
A bird. Okay,
But
cool.
I think they're talking
I
about
think
the
it's
actual
talking
book.
about the actual story. Okay, so
A bird? I don't know what you're talking about. That's gone over my head.
that's okay.
I knew this would highlight my ignorance on Hitchhikers.
It's the last book, so it's probably the...
It's most obscure stuff. I'm much more familiar with the earlier material, I must admit.
Okay, so I'm going to go for book.
I'm radio.
I'm going to go radio.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, sorry. I meant to say book because he wrote the book and then based the radio series on it, I think.
It debuted on radio in 1978. The book would be published the following year.
So did he write a radio script?
He must have worked with BBC. Yeah.
Well, he worked for BBC before he did anything Hitchhikers because he was a writer for Doctor Who.
Oh.
Yeah, he's written for Doctor Who. Yeah.
I feel like this is one of those quizzes where 99% of the fans won't get it.
It's a good history lesson, though.
I'm a real fan.
Ford's 2 points ahead, so gosh dang.
2 ahead. We never catch him now. There's nothing I'm going to know about Hitchhikers that Ford doesn't.
You knew that hitchhiking thing about France. That's great.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I doubt that's going to be a question.
Okay,
Go on,
so
anyway.
Next question. What creature is doomed to be killed over and over by Arthur Dent? This is racking my brain now.
I got it.
Oh, no. No, I can't remember.
Who's saying it first? I forget.
I think it's my turn to go first, and I can't.
Oh, okay.
But Ford's going to get it. It's some kind of spider-like creature, isn't he?
Depends on which iteration of his life.
Yeah, and every time he gets reincarnated, he comes back and get killed by.
Far
He's not
for
the
them.
one who's always trying to. He's always trying to get his own back on Arthur Dent because of all the time
He tries
he's
to
been killed by
eventually,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, that's way down in the books or the radio
When
series.
he finally reincarnates as a creature that could kill Arthur Dent, he makes it his mission.
Yeah, I've forgotten. Sorry.
I'm going to say Agrajag.
Yes.
Played by Douglas Adams.
Yeah.
In the radio series.
Exactly.
Yeah, Agrajag. Yeah.
Did you have that, Devon?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you knew that.
Yeah.
Wow. That
He makes the whole point of it, like, I'm Agrajag.
Okay. That means
Because he was the sperm whale as well, wasn't he? It was.
No,
Yeah.
he was the Petunias.
Oh, he's the bowl of petunias. That's right. Yeah.
The sperm whale was his spirit brother, apparently.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh,
Weirdly enough. Hitchhikers is weird. What can we say?
yeah. You
Okay.
didn't know it before. You do now.
What prophet appears in the restaurant at the end of the universe?
Oh, why? When it's not my turn to answer, Ford doesn't know it.
I don't. I should.
Ah! I think I might have one up on him.
Hang on.
I know the first letter. No, I don't know. I could probably if I gave it a lot more time, but I've got nothing.
So when the first person doesn't know it, do we go to Devon now and then come to me if Devon doesn't know it? Is that how we do it?
It could do, yeah. I mean, being honest with it anyway, but...
I know it.
Was it?
Oh,
Devon doesn't know it.
oh.
I don't think I know it, I'm going to have to pass it on as well.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I think it's the great prophet
Oh,
Zarquon.
of course!
Yeah. I knew it began with Z. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He appears right within moments of the end of the universe, and it's like
the second coming. Yeah, that's right.
The second coming of
He's
the
running
great
late.
prophet Zarquon. I'm sorry, I'm running a bit late. Bang!
All sorts of things popping up last minute.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, no good. I mean, it's a jab at Jesus, but we're not laughing at Jesus. We're
I
laughing at-
know. Yeah, it's just too funny not to laugh, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, next question. How do Arthur and Ford escape Lamuella?
Oh, yep.
I don't know this.
Ford, which one was Lamuella?
Oh, I can, but I'm not going to.
I don't even know if I've recognised that.
It's not when they escape. It's not. Yeah. So it's when they escape from things. They escape from so many planets. That's the issue.
It's nothing to do with the spaceship that's captured in a time bubble, is it? And they're giving away lemon. No, they wake up the passenger. They're in suspended animation, and the passengers wake up.
He's talking about the one with the phone operators and things like that.
No,
you're talking about the one with
Lintilla.
with all the birds. Bird people.
Yeah, the bird people.
No, that's not it. No.
On that planet. No, it's nothing to do with that planet.
Oh gosh, I can't remember. I have to pass
Which
on.
one do we give it?
I pass on.
Yeah, it would come to me next. I've got no clue. What's the name of the place again?
Lamuella.
Lamuella. No, I don't even know if I've ever heard that mentioned.
This is a planet where Arthur crashes on while he's looking for Fenchurch, but he decides he decides to settle down, and he becomes the prophet of Bob, or the son of Bob, or something like that. Anyway, he ends up escaping by jumping on the back of a perfectly normal beast.
Yeah, that's right.
And they arrive through a portal or something like that.
That's right. Yeah, because the perfectly normal beasts appear at a certain time, then disappear as they roam across the mountains, and it's perfectly normal because it's we don't question things.
Yeah, we don't question things. They never jab at religion, weirdly enough.
Okay, another jab at religion.
They ride off on perfectly normal beasts. Wow.
Yeah, I'd forgotten all about that. That's not around the same time when Arthur learns to fly, is it? Because he learns that the art of flying is throwing yourself at the ground and missing.
It's when he meets his daughter.
Oh yeah.
He learns the art of flying when he kills Agwajag again.
Yes, directly after that, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he kills Agwajag,
Gets distracted.
and then the mountain's falling down, the cave's falling down, and he runs out, and then he accidentally falls over and misses the ground.
And he notices his satchel, something, because that's the key to not hitting the ground, isn't it? To be distracted by something just before you're about to hit the ground. If you get distracted by something you didn't expect to see, then you will you'll have learned how to fly. Yeah.
You should be careful. That might have been one of the questions.
Giving away too much information just because I'm making up for the gap the stuff I didn't know then. Carry on. Right. So where are we at now with who's answering first?
I forget.
Devon's first. So this next question is going to be to me first then.
Okay, that's good.
Oh gosh.
So we're stepping up again in difficulty. This is the hardest it's going to be getting. So the question: what was the full name of Arthur Dent's daughter?
I think we've already mentioned her first name, haven't we? No, Fenchurch is his girlfriend, isn't it?
Yeah, Fenchurch is his girlfriend.
I've got an answer.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
I got it.
So Ford goes next, and then Devon.
So it'd be random frequent flyer dent.
Oh
Yep.
yes, of course it is.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to say, Devon?
Oh yeah, of course.
Of course.
Cheeky. He's called that because. Do you want to go into it? Someone else?
Well, because Arthur Dent sold his sperm a lot to hitchhike around the place
to finance his travels.
And I can't really remember how it was explained.
And Trillian wants a child, and he's the only other human in the galaxy, so she uses his sperm to have a child and names it after.
So Trillian's the mother. So who's Fenchurch?
And Judge is the other girlfriend.
Oh, his girlfriend, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Not the mother of his child.
We could go for this one just because we've already kind of answered it. According to the guide, what is the key to flying?
Ah! Throwing yourself at the ground and missing. But I shouldn't have answered this Ford's question, sorry.
No, I just answered Devon's turn. That was.
Throwing yourself off the ground and missing. That's exactly what it says.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a 3 point for everybody. That's nice. A feel good point.
Feel good point.
Oh gosh. What was the occupation of Gag Halfront?
His Zaphod Beeblebrox is what's his name? Brain care specialist, isn't it? Zaphod's just this guy, you know?
Yeah.
That's that guy, Gag
Is
Halfront.
therapist, isn't it? Or...
Therapist, yeah, that's the word for it, yeah.
Very good. No, I didn't get that.
Oh wow, you actually it was private brain care specialist.
Nice one. Nailed it.
Gosh, I got it. Wow.
Do I get a point on that?
Because it was in the first six episodes.
Yeah.
I know the first 6 episodes inside out. It's the other stuff I'm less familiar with. Yeah.
I won't give myself a point for that.
Did you not know it?
I knew he was like his therapist type thing, but I didn't know private brain care specialist. I could have. That rings a bell now, but
He's been interviewed on the Visi screen of the Starship Hearts of Gold. Yeah, isn't he? When they first enter.
okay. After leaving Magrathea, who does Slarty Bartfast work for?
I got most of it in my head. It's the something conservation for real time something. So I've half point maybe.
It's the campaign for real time.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Campaign for real time.
I don't deserve any points because I was thinking it's the Vogons, but it was the Vogons the first time, wasn't it? In effect, but they were working for the mice, but the Vogons were also working for the mice.
Yeah, the Vogons were working for the mice as well. No, they weren't. The Vogons disrupted the mice's whole plan, didn't they, for the Earth?
Yes, they were against the mice. Yeah.
Did you get that, Devon?
Yeah.
We did. The campaign for
real time. Yeah.
real time.
I knew the real time bit. I just couldn't think of the wording around it.
Well, let him have half for that then.
No,
He's already got
You
loads
get-
of points.
You get a full point, Devon.
As long as you don't frush me out of an airlock for getting a question wrong, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Who makes it his mission to insult every being in the universe in alphabetical order?
Oh.
Gosh, my brain's going.
Ford first on this one.
Oh, why are you doing that to me? Oh boy, I think I'm gonna have to pass. I should know it, and when you say it, I'll know it. But it's
Yeah,
no
I'm
good.
going to have to pass.
I don't think I know it either.
No, it stumps us
It's
all.
going to jump out me as soon as I flip it. Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not. Wowbagger the infinitely prolonged.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Is he something to do with the whole stuff about the rain god? No, that's
No.
something else.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he's a guy who accidentally became immortal, and because he's not born immortal, he can't live with it.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to cope with it, so he has to make some kind of purpose in life.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's decided his purpose is to insult everybody in the universe in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
And the radio series ends at the end of the universe again, and what's his name? The Great Prophet Zarkon comes in, and then he goes and insults him, and then the universe ends.
There's nobody with a Z something else letter. Z, not ZA.
We don't talk about it.
Yeah.
He's the only person with the Z in his name.
Very
Okay.
good.
Last question.
Mm-hmm.
What computational force was a major step up from the infinite improbability drive?
Yep, got it.
I can't remember this now.
No. So better than the infinite improbability drive.
Yeah. Oh, God, I can't remember this now.
No, I can't.
I'm going to have to pass it.
Yeah, I'll pass.
It is Bistramatics.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bistramatics, yeah.
Bistramatics?
Bistramatics.
Bistramatics, yeah. When the spaceships look like bistros, yeah.
Yeah.
It works on the science that the mathematics within a restaurant don't correlate to any kind of mathematics anywhere else in the universe.
Yeah, that's right. Because of
So
the
you can
bill.
fiddle the figures, as it were.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
You kind of think that Douglas Adams was getting a bit kind of scraping the barrel for ideas by the time he was writing that material.
I think he was smoking something on the side.
It was still classic good stuff. Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh, wow.
And thus concludes our quiz.
So you got a score?
Yeah, I've got the scores. Right.
In third place.
In third place, we've got Dad with 7 points.
Oh,
It's not bad, is it?
thank you. Thank you.
In second place, we've got me on 8 points.
Oh,
Then in first place, we've got Ford with 11 points.
11?
Or
Oh
11
my
and a half
word.
if you count the
Wow.
real time.
Was there any questions he didn't know at all? Yes, the Zarkon one. I was surprised you didn't know that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah. Was there any others you got wrong? How many questions were there? Well done, Ford. You lived up to your name.
It'd be
You should
embarrassing if I
become a
didn't.
writer for a intergalactic.
Oh,
There was 15
Guide.
questions.
I think they're hiring.
15, 12 out of 15. That's really good.
The
Brilliant.
diodes in down on his left side. Did you say that? No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
you
got
did.
that right. Yeah,
Ooh, wee.
Wow.
you got three wrong somewhere. But anyway, well done. Well done. That was
yeah.
good fun. I hope it wasn't too boring for everybody else.
If you like Hitchhikers, it'll be great.
Yeah. A real good trip down memory lane. Yeah.
I need to go
Thanks,
watch some
Devon.
more.
Yeah, it makes me want to go back and certainly listen to the
Yeah.
radio series anyway.
I really want to get a
That's
TV show on anything to be able to watch that because I have no way of watching the TV show.
I've got it on DVD. I think I got
DVD,
2
wow.
copies of it on DVD.
We used to have it on VHS, didn't we?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Back in
Several
the
VHS.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll see if I've still got 2 copies of it. I'm sure I have.
Excellent.
Tremendous stuff. Thank you so much. Well done, guys.
Cool.
Jolly good.
Ford especially.
Yeah. I mean, unless anyone's got anything else to say about it, that's the end of that.
Yeah.
Let's set your next assignment and say farewell.
Right. Well, I think we ought to blow up this planet before we come up with any answers that might for any ultimate questions. Now, this is the point where we would normally do our assignment chat or random chat, whatever it is, and we're deciding to swap things up a bit. Paps, would you like to tell us
Okay.
how?
Yeah, so what we realised was that sometimes our show lengths run a bit long, and if trying to fit everything in is quite difficult. So, as an evolution of the show, we're going to kind of release a separate episode. It'll appear in your feed, however you listen to us, and that will be a TOA review, and that will have our chat about whatever assignment we've set ourselves. So we'll be from now on assigning the new assignments on that episode rather than this main episode. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Yeah.
So we're sorry if that's confusing anybody, but that's just an evolution that we thought might be more helpful to cut down show times, which is what I've already said.
Yeah.
No need
Feel
say
free
it
to give
again.
us feedback as well.
Yeah, we're also hoping that we might be able to include some suggestions more easily, but that TOA review episode will give you more detail about that, so that you listeners out there have a bit more of a say of what we read, listen to, watch and play. So that's where you'll find our assignment chats, really.
And if you have anything to say about anything, we'd love to hear it, quite frankly. All our contact information is in the description below. We've got email, Twitter, Facebook. Drop us a line, it'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have anything to add before we wrap this up?
I don't think so.
No,
In that case,
don't forget to bang the rocks together.
and so long, and thanks for all the fish. Devon, you got anything?
No.
Right.
Until we meet around the microphone again next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.